Saturday, November 30th, 11:35 a.m. New York time. Welcome back, investors, to Winning Wall Street's Money. We just finished the trading month of November. I'm going to go over the U.S. stock index called the Dow 30. It's one of the oldest stock indexes. Currently has 30 companies on it. When it originally started, it did not. So if you're going to be an investor or trader, if you don't want to make time to look at your investment portfolio all that often, well, consider at least once a month, last trading day after the market closes, to look at the investment portfolio you are having. Adult responsibility. Your long-term future depends on it. Yeah. So again, the companies be in alphabetical order. And if you're a Patreon member following me, you know several of these were replaced this year. The company that manages this index, every so often, not necessarily every year, but every so often they take off companies that are poor performing and add better performing ones. Good management, good leadership. So this is a 20-year history chart of the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Each candle represents a month. I don't know what media source you listen to, but be concerned, be it radio, TV, internet, podcasters. If they mention the market opens here in the morning or closed down here in the morning, and if they don't define clearly what market they're referring to by the full name, they're doing a disservice. Yeah. So if you've been following my videos for a while, you understand. When someone says Dow Jones, again, the Dow Jones, there are several indexes. I am showing you the Dow Jones Industrial Average. This is the symbol for the cash index. If you want to trade, invest in the stock ETF that mirrors it, the symbol's DIA. So again, DIA, you can physically buy the stock. Again, this company manages it. It's referred to as the diamonds. It's not a stock ETF. This has been around before stock ETFs were created. It's referred to as a diamond. The diamonds, yeah. The cash index has existed before the diamonds. So the only way to participate in the past to have this index was to either outright and buy equal dollar amounts or equal shares of the individual companies. That could be very expensive. So again, somebody progressively thought about creating the stock index called the diamonds. Yeah. So this is the cash. You can only trade options on it. You can't trade the stock. I just showed you the DIA. You can buy that anytime during market hours. So before we look at these 30 companies, more the wiser. I already mentioned this index did not originally start out with 30 companies, has 30 companies now. It's lower risk to invest in this dollar cost average, long-term investing, than these individual stocks. I say that because when these companies get removed from this index, their performance would decline naturally. If they turn around and improve, they might come back on the index. This index is very diversified, but only has 30 companies. Understand that? My other videos detail the other ones. So here's the low for the past 20 years. Subprime mortgage, the real estate bubble. Did you ever experience what happened there? Yeah. Look at this event here. Viruses, yeah. And from here, we've been in a bullish market. So it has not been happening overnight. We've been in a bullish market for more than 1 year already. Yep, nice. And we made a new high, all-time new high, right here, this month. Bullish market, all-time new high. Nice. Dollar cost average. If you're long-term investing, you buy the dips. If you're swing trading or day trading, that's a different mindset. But I'm just mentioning here, long-term investment, buying on the dips. So about all these companies I'm about to show you, we're going to compare to see if they made an all-time new high for the 20 years. Again, two things in perspective here. Yeah, it made an all-time new high for the year, but an all-time new high for the past 20 years, all-time new high for the life of it. I'll show you the max. Oops, it's right here. Here we go, the max since the index been created. So here's where the index was created a long time ago, all the way back there. Yeah. So again, I'm showing you here, it made an all-time new high. The reason why I'm showing 20 years, compare it with the investment for 20 years. So now we're going to go side by side. Here will be the individual stock. Actually, I'll open it up fully so you can see. Maybe you heard of this company. Again, that's the name of the company. That's the stock symbol. 20 years of history, Apple. Here's the low. And look what it did. This month made an all-time new high. So it's performing equal. New high for the year, new all-time high as the index. That's good. Again, this company has not always been on this index. I remember when it was added. Yeah. The risk is individual companies, they could be halted, delisted from stock markets. I'm not expecting that, nor has it happened with the stock index. Again, higher risk taking the individual company because the company could be halted. That means you can't trade it, you can't get in or out of it, and it can be delisted. Delisted, well, then you lose your investment. First, buying the index is diversified. Let's go on the next. Amgen, here's the low. Here's the high. So it did make a new high for this year. It made an all-time new high for the past 20 years. Current month, look at that. Terrible. Huge dump for the month. It made a new low for the year. Yeah, that's not a winner. But again, why might this be happening? Well, what is this? It's a medical pharmaceutical company. And the smart money may be fear of the new administration coming in. Maybe you would penalize them. Some of you may never heard of this company. Yeah, Amazon. Here's a low for the past 20 years. Look what it did. All-time new high. New high for the year. New high for the month. New high 20 years. Outstanding. Outstanding. Again, this company was added not too long ago. And I shared my Patreon members when it was added, before it was added. So we had the insight to buy early. Nice. For swing trades, day trading. So now we're looking at American Express. Here's the low for the past 20 years. Here's the high. All-time new high also. So just notice the first several companies I showed you, they are in different sectors. Big difference. Showed you banks, medical, technology. Again, so this index is very diversified. Where there are some stock indexes, if you look at my video on sectors, they have a niche. Boeing, have you heard of this company? Here's the low for the past 20 years. Here's the high. Back in 2019, made a new low for the year. This company is not helping the index. No. Caterpillar, here's the low. All-time new high for the past 20 years. Outstanding. Salesforce, Charlie Romeo Mike. Look at it, did also all-time new high. Cisco, the high was back in 2022. We did take out the high of 2023 right here this month. I made a new high for the month, for the year. Again, still below the all-time high. Chevron, yeah, petroleum. Here's a low for the past 20 years. Oh, and that was a high back there. I need to update this later. But the point is, it's below the high of this year. Let's zoom in. It's below the high of this year. Yep, it's not the best performer. Let's update this. 2022. There we go. Yep, it's not a winner. Disney. Very disappointing. Here's the low for the past 20 years. Here's the high 2021, and it's below the high this year. Underperforming, not a winner. Goldman Sachs, another financial one. All-time new high for the past 20 years. Outstanding. See that big candle? Green candle, meaning it closed higher than we're open for the month for that time frame. Nice. Huge body, huge trading range, the high and low, huge trading range. Extremely bullish. A lot of smart money must have went into that. Home Depot, also all-time new high for the past 20 years. Honeywell International, yep. Also, we took out the highs from the prior years. This month, huge move up. Took out all the high last year, that year. Huge move up. They make a lot of products. So it's a product. Got it? Boeing makes products. Honeywell makes products. Salesforce does not. IBM, here's the low for the past 20 years. Last month was the high. This month filled. So it's a yellow candle. Simply means we didn't take out the high or low of the prior month. Means indecision. Johnson & Johnson, yeah, poor performer. Got lower highs yearly. JP Morgan, another financial, just like the other one I showed you, all-time new high, outstanding. These financials are doing very well. You might want to see where they spent their campaign money. Coca-Cola did make a new high for the past 20 years, but the past 3 months, red. Huge sell-off. Avoid sugars. Natural sugars, okay, but processed, nah. McDonald's. Service provider of food, fast food, not healthy. Last month was the all-time high, and we haven't gone there. 3M, another manufacturer. Here's the high back in 2018. And you see, the past 2 months, struggling. Merck, here's a low for the past 20 years. Here's a high, huge decline, and new low for the year. Microsoft. Yep, it made an all-time new high this year, but we've been declining. Nike, retail manufacturer. Yeah, not good. Here's the high for 2021. And here we are, underperforming. I've shared this many times with my Patreon members. We've been trading bearish, making money on the declines. Again, that's for Patreon members that are at higher levels. But all my videos I make and share to the public on YouTube, also available early, level 1 for my Patreon members. The same day I produce them, they're released to my Patreon levels, level 1. Advanced trading, that's for the higher levels. This company, they were just added to the index this year. Yep. Look at the low, past 20 years, and here's the high. Nvidia, again, outstanding, new high. Procter Gamble, we got a new high for the past 20 years. This company as well was just added to the index this year. Sherwin-Williams, here's the low. Here's the high, new high for the 20 years. Again, this index is very diversified. That's good. So you don't have to buy 2 or 3 indexes. You don't have to buy 2, 3, 4, 5 different mutual funds. If you want to be diversified in equity, another name for equity is stock. This index is very diversified. Another financial one, Travelers. Last month was the all-time high. This month, inside candle. Might have heard of this group, United Health Group. Here's the low. Here's the high. All-time new high for the past 20 years. And another financial, Visa. Look at that. All-time new high. Verizon. Here's the low for the past 20 years. Here's the high, 2019, steady decline. And 3 months ago, we were at the high this year. Since then, lower highs. Another retail, not a manufacturer, a retail, Walmart. Here's a low for the past 20 years. Here's the high, all-time new high. So again, the takeaway is you have a stock index managed by capable hands that selects companies to be in the index, replaces them with the better ones. I just showed you several replaced on it. Yep, nice. So if you can't even take time, 10, 15 minutes once a month to look at the monthly performance, why would you want to spend that time on each of these individuals? Work smart, not hard. Focus on good stock indexes. My videos, I share with you the best stock indexes, the best performing ones. Yep. So again, long-term investing, I choose good indexes. You go ahead and continue. You go ahead and choose those other stocks that may be delisted already. Maybe you heard a few of them: Panera Bread, Panera Bread, LinkedIn, Sears, Kmart. Yeah, a lot of those companies used to be on the stock market. They got delisted. Good investments. Just want to focus on leadership. Thank you, as always, for spending just a little bit of time with me. That's it for the video. Thank you for watching.